What is up guys, it's your boy Solam here, back with another Classic WoW video. So today we're talking about a very hot topic in the Classic WoW community, and that is Classic Plus. Classic Plus is a word that has been spoken a lot this year, and I guess the actual word means different things to different people, but there is one thing it has in common. It is a version of Classic WoW, more specifically Vanilla WoW, with some changes made to it. The actual changes is where the subjective understanding of the term comes into play, as everyone has their ideal version of what a perfect Classic Plus could be, but here are some examples with Vanilla WoW as a base. First you have reworked quests. This can be anything from adding a few quests here and there to adding entirely new quest hubs. They could, for example, add in a quest hub like Mudsprocket from the Wrath pre-patch, which would significantly help players level up in the early level 40 bracket. You also have class changes, anything from small changes to big changes, giving paladins an actual taunt, making shamans able to tank, giving balanced druids a form of mana regeneration so they don't go out of mana in 5 seconds, making retribution paladins more viable, and basically just reworking classes slightly, while keeping the vanilla WoW essence. You also have new content such as new zones, new dungeons, new raids, and new items. You also have more theoretical aspects such as player housing, new professions like woodcutting and lumberjacking, both of which have already has some coding within the game itself, as player housing was data mined all the way back in vanilla WoW, and cutting down trees was an actual feature in Warlords of Draenor. Now, a popular server that displays a certain version of what a Classic Plus could look like is, for example, Turtle WoW, which has gained a lot of popularity recently, and is a server I covered for the first time a couple of years ago, when it was still very new, and I even covered it again recently, earlier this year, and honestly, it's very good at portraying what Classic Plus could look like, but it's far from perfect if you ask me. So that brings me to the topic of this video. Classic Plus might actually be coming, and if so, that would be huge for the Classic WoW community. Let's look at some of the facts that makes me say this, and keep in mind that this is just me speculating on this topic, and nothing has been confirmed, but let's put on our tinfoil hats, sip some of that copium, and let's cope. The first piece of vital information that we have, and really the only information or hint we have, is this one. Mike Ibarra recently tweeted on Twitter, or I guess X now, "We have some very exciting Warcraft news that Chris Metzen and Holly Longdale will show you all at BlizzCon this year. I can't wait, I am more excited about WoW's future than ever before." So, based on this tweet, I think it's fair to say they have something massive up their sleeve, and something is definitely cooking. I am just absolutely overdosing on copium and hopium, that is Classic Plus, and here's why. First off, based on their wording here and talking about the future of WoW, and how they are more excited than ever before, this simply cannot just be Cataclysm Classic. Don't get me wrong, I think we are getting Cataclysm, everything points to that fact, but I don't think that is the big announcement they are referencing here. We are also still working on patch 10.1.7 for retail, and 10.2 might be out just in time for BlizzCon, meaning there's still an entire patch and a raid tier to go through and announce before we even think about the next expansion, so I simply don't think this big announcement is just an expansion announcement for retail either. So the way I see it, it's one of two things, and personally, I would be very happy with either one. Number one is Classic Plus, which we'll talk more about in just a second. Number two is community servers where people can make their own servers in a Blizzard server base, basically legal private servers operated by Blizzard, but made by other players. Sticking with number one, as this video is based on the Classic WoW title or Classic Plus title, here's what I think is happening. They are announcing Cataclysm Classic, giving us a continuation of Wrath Classic, and this is kind of to give those of us who wants to play Cataclysm the chance to do so, but also to give themselves time to work on Classic Plus, because while I think Classic Plus is being announced at BlizzCon this year, I don't think it's coming out before late next year, Basically, like Classic WoW, it was announced at BlizzCon, a year or two before it came out, and that was Classic WoW, remaking an old game. In this case, they're making something new. I think with all the talk about Classic Plus and Vanilla Plus recently, and seeing private servers like Turtle WoW reaching over 11,000 concurrent players, getting dangerously close to where Nostalgius was before that sparked Blizzard's interest in launching Classic WoW, it just makes so much sense for Blizzard to capitalize on the hype behind Classic Plus. And personally, if Chris Metzen is the one leading that project, I think it could work out really well. Now, here's the thing, right? This is the first BlizzCon we have had in quite some time now. Classic WoW has been bleeding players ever since they introduced TBC Classic, and started monetizing their game through paid level boosts, store mounts, and deluxe editions, and more recently, they have started adding subscription incentives through bundles that gives you mounts and pets for subscribing, even in Classic WoW. And then they obviously also introduced the WoW token. Basically, Blizzard have made a lot of decisions which has pushed people to quit their game and seek out other alternatives, let's call them, and you already know that Blizzard wants people playing on their servers where they make money. So if you ask me, everything is building up nicely to create the perfect scenario for Blizzard to announce Classic Plus at BlizzCon, and with the upcoming Cataclysm Classic, as well as the recent blow-up of Turtle WoW and other Vanilla Plus projects, I think now is the perfect time for Blizzard to announce that they will be working on an official Classic Plus project. And here's the thing. Once again, even if they announce it now, they don't have to release it until late next year or something. The announcement is more to create hype and get some discussions going. Maybe people can chime in with their own opinions and on what they would like to see in a Classic Plus environment, and then Blizzard can react based on the feedback they are given after the announcement. Now, another popular fan theory is Blizzard opening a community service option on their server list that I just talked about, basically like what Minecraft and Roblox has done, or many other games for that matter, that have absolutely popped off after doing so. And I personally think that this is exactly what Blizzard wants to do at some point, because this allows Blizzard to capitalize on two main things. Number one is that most of the negative things I see about Classic Plus is that people have no faith in Blizzard to provide the perfect version of it, because they always will have a monetary incentive to milk whatever they make for cash for Bobby's 63rd yard. By opening community servers as an option, it gives control back to the players, and we could for example end up seeing 50 different versions of Classic Plus, where one would pop off way more because it's simply way better. Number two is that this would allow new servers and new versions of Classic WoW to appear without Blizzard needing to do any work themselves. They basically open up community servers and they allow players to make and host their own servers with their own changes, and in this case the person making and hosting the server does all the work, while Blizzard passively rakes in profits through monthly subscriptions. Okay, so what do you think is being announced at BlizzCon this year, and did I manage to convince you to join the Classic Plus Copium train? Let me know in the comments down below, leave a like and subscribe, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.